What's happening, guys? Rion here from RISHAPE. Hope you guys are well. So today's video is just a little bit of a check-in to let you guys know kind of what's been happening in my life the last few months, and what we've been up to, and how my brother is, and just letting you guys know, kind of like keeping you guys in the loop what's happening. So for most of you guys probably know that my brother has fallen ill with complete kidney failure in both kidneys earlier this year. Took a huge knock on our family, and obviously his family, his wife, and everyone. And basically we have been helping try and make life as normal as possible, and obviously coping with the situation and stuff like that. My brother's been doing dialysis 3 times a week. He's been in the hospital a few times, obviously in and out of ICU. And basically where everything stands now is, obviously there was a medical aid issue. It didn't pay out, so from the beginning obviously the family and obviously his side of everything needed to be paid in cash, and it's been a huge strain to everyone. So thank God medical aid is going to be reinstated, I think next year April, and basically what that means is then we can take further action and see what we can do as far as kidney transplants are concerned. So myself and Annie, his wife, we've gone for tests, and our blood types obviously match. Our bloods are clean, our toxin levels are fine and great, and for the first few steps, we both are legitimate candidates to obviously donate a kidney for my brother when the time is right. And that's what we're going to look at doing. So next year April, once medical aid has kicked in, we're going to try and get everything sorted and start the process to actually do a kidney transplant. Basically how it works is, obviously it's going to be loads more tests that need to be done to see if we're going to be able to be a match. But if by God's grace I am a match, it's the best possible candidate for what they need, because that means like they can within 3 months get a kidney transplant done. And they literally say if you get a kidney transplant done and the kidney takes, your life will be restored completely normal, back to everything. So all his illnesses, all his everything that's been going on will completely reverse. His body will regulate, and he will be able to live like completely normal, like a normal person again, which is unbelievable. So if I get it done and I give him my kidney, it will take something like 3 months, when we obviously can move forward and do it. If it's anyone else, Annie or anyone else, apparently it takes over a year, so that's even going to complicate things even more. Even though it's a blessing that we'll be able to give him a kidney, it will be still a longer waiting period. And we've been doing obviously being patient, and Annie's been supporting him every single day, completely and utterly looked after him for almost 10 months now, I think. So basically what's been happening with me is, the day a few months ago when we heard my brother was sick, something just mentally triggered for me. I can't explain it, I don't know what it is, but I lost all motivation for myself in essence. And I've been a guy that's trained for the last 7 years, 5 times a week, eaten fairly clean, not always dieting to try and be ripped and ready for stage or anything like that, but also always had fitness as obviously, because it's my profession, it's what I do for everyone else. So I've always kind of looked after myself when it comes to training and stuff like that. But when I heard that we needed to try and make ways to earn money for my brother to obviously have a foundation and an income for obviously for the bills to be paid, and something just went off in my mind, and I lost all interest to look after myself. I kind of like felt selfish doing stuff for myself when I could be using my time trying to create opportunities. And a lot happened. I don't even know what happened, but I mean, I haven't trained. I went through a phase where I didn't train for almost 3 months, completely, not one gym session for almost 3 months. This was in the middle of when Rachel was prepping for her big shows. And obviously I wasn't eating right or anything like that, and no training, not eating, and obviously tracking calories or anything like that. It's unbelievable what it does to a human body. For me, I don't get necessarily crazy heavy or overly fat, but I lose a lot of muscle. And for me, my comfortable weight was about 94 when I was in, decent shape, just like, normal everyday living. My weight shot up to about 103, so I picked up like, almost 10 kgs, but my muscle mass completely dropped. I remember measuring my arms, when I was, trying to, make a decision to get back to gym, and just like, now it's like, you have to make it happen. And my arms went down from, 49 centimeters to about 41 centimeters. So I completely lost everything. My body went soft, and, it's just crazy what happens when your mind just is completely over it. Anyways, so I went through a phase where, I was, obviously focusing on work. I had so many clients competing, with business, and I was obviously super busy as always, but I never made time for myself or anything like that. And, like I say, I can't really find a reason or excuse or anything like that, or, explain, exactly what happened in my mind during that period. But like I say, it's just like I lost all motivation for myself. So I think it was literally a month or so ago, I walked into my brother's house and home, and I remember his wife saying to me, "You are his best hope of saving your brother's life." And when I thought of that reality, that I am my brother's best chance of having a new life again, something in my mind just switched. I suddenly had completely different perspective, of everything. My mindset just, triggered and changed, to that second. And I was like, I am, what I'm saying? Like, I have to get back into shape. I have to do this and do it, obviously it's the hard way. I can't take fat burners. I can't take any supplements. I can't take any enhancers. I can't take, absolutely anything that, that could complicate my toxin levels or my kidneys, or jeopardize my tests or anything like that. But yeah, like something just triggered, and for the last 3 weeks we've been really training hard. Obviously Rachel came off of her, almost a whole complete year of, prepping for shows, and she did obviously amazing, won SA champs, and had an amazing season. But yeah, we also obviously that went through a phase where it's like, now we got to live life a little bit and eat and socialize and see friends, and it was also a phase where we now it's time to get back on it. And yeah, so for the last 3 weeks we've been hitting it hard. My goal obviously is to become as healthy as possible. I've got no desire to become big and ripped and crazy. For me now it's all about health and fitness for my own personal goals. So for me, I'm doing a lot of things that I didn't do before, trying to obviously challenge my body, and do different types of training and cardio, and eat different ways, try and just to see what works best for me at this moment. It's been very frustrating, I won't lie. It's been almost 3 weeks now, today 3 weeks, and yeah, my body is changing slowly. My weight has dropped to under just maybe 100 kgs, so 3 kgs down, and yeah, nothing really else is happening physically or visually. I'm still soft. Obviously my muscle mass is still small. My arms have grown back to decent size again, so muscle memory definitely helped there. But it's a long, hard road. So for me, it's just now getting healthier and getting better, and making sure that everything is on point, and that I'm ready for next year April, and be the absolute healthiest and fittest human being I've ever been, to make sure that I stand the best chances to obviously give my brother his kidney. Like I said, I can't use any enhancers, any fat burners, anything that obviously could jeopardize all of that. So it is a big mental thing for me. Usually when I get ready for shows, we obviously have certain protocols and ways to obviously drop fat fast, and get into shape a lot quicker, and you see results way quicker. But but now you really can't. So it's like I say, it's a big mental thing to get through, but I'm not focusing on the physical or the visuals at this moment. I know it's going to take me a good 4 to 5 months to get back into decent shape and doing it slowly and right, and then, you know, without doing, you know, anything that could, be harmful for my body or jeopardize anything. And yeah, so that's kind of where we are right now. 3 kgs down, training is going awesome. I love going to gym again. It's crazy. As soon as I, you know, heard her say those words and my eyes were open, and, you know, there was just a different truth to my life, you know, completely everything changed. My diet started, you know, I've been eating well, completely well, no cheats for 3 weeks. Last night was the first night we spent actually an evening with friends, and, you know, socialized a little bit, and, you know, but there was no struggles. It wasn't hard, you know. Training wasn't, you know, I had motivation to get up and do cardio every day and go train, you know, a second session of the day. So my mind's right again, so I know where I'm heading, and yeah, I'm just wanting to obviously reach out and just let you guys know that, you know, find a why. Like, it is so important to do, especially this fitness journey. And remember, the health and fitness is completely different to what most people, you know, assume it to be. You know, you don't have to be a certain, how can I say, body type or body shape. You don't have to be skinny. You don't have to be huge and muscular. You need to be fit and healthy and love the process and love your food and, you know, love, you know, being active and feeling good inside and full of energy. That's what it's all about. Yes, of course, some people have competitive goals and want to take it that next level, but it can never be to a way or a point where it, you know, consumes your life, you know, and obviously, you know, it starts negatively affecting your relationships or anything like that. So what I'm saying is just like find a reason why. For me, I didn't have motivation to train. For me, I don't live for this world. So for me to be in shape so I can post a picture on Instagram and, you know, there's no value to that for me. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So for me, it's like, you know, I've got my heart in a lot of other places. So for me to now get physically back in shape and ready again, you know, I needed to see it in a different perspective, you know. And obviously, you know, people will say, oh, but you're a coach, you know, you need to be in shape. I can't explain what happened to me when I heard my brother was ill and all of those things, but that is the reality, and that is what's happening and what happened. And so now it's, you know, once again, it's completely changed. So I'm excited to see what is going to happen over the next few weeks. I'm excited to get in shape again and be confident and comfortable, because I'm completely uncomfortable. And, you know, obviously, you know, it takes a knock at your self-esteem when you know at your worst physically. You know, especially being in this industry. So yeah, just thank you for everyone's support, and yeah, man, like, let's do this all together. Let's get back on that. Get your why. You know, get a deep-rooted reason why you want to change, why you want to get into shape, whether it be for your kids, you know, you want to live a happier, longer, healthier life, you know, for them, whether it be, you know, you want to, you know, just be able to be confident and, you know, be the best version of yourself you can be, whether it is actually for your health and it's like, you know, life or death situation where you need to become healthier and drop some bad habits, you know, to be I promise you, give it a few weeks. Do not live for short-term, you know, results. You know, set a goal where, you know, you're not gonna jeopardize anything in your diet, anything in your training, you know, anything, you know, temptation-wise is gonna be, you know, blocked out, you know, for an entire month. And see how you feel on the inside. Meditate every day and, you know, look at life in a different perspective. Count your blessings, block out all the negativity, and remember why you are doing this. So yeah, please keep us in your prayers, obviously for the next few months, for my brother to obviously heal and get better, and that his quality of life, you know, obviously is you know, nice, and, you know, that, you know, by the time we get to April next year, you know, we are ready and full of hope and full of faith that everything will, you know, work out the way it should, that I am a match, and that, you know, I can obviously give him my kidney, and, you know, life will become even more amazing. Put it this way, we are blessed. Like I say, we see things in a different perspective, and yeah, this is just going to be a part of our testimony. And this time next year, you know, we are so excited to just like know where everything is going to be, and, you know, have my brother is going to bounce back, he's going to thrive again, you know, and, you know, it's just great expectations and huge faith that we have that, you know, things are going to work out. So keep us in your prayers, you know, wish urge me on and wish me luck when you see me in the gym trying to obviously get better. And yeah, God bless you all, and we'll chat to you guys soon.